all, Josh here, and this is me back. I'm just recording this right after my God of War 3 review with a discussion of the game and, frankly, what I found to be some rather odd plot holes. This will only take a minute or two. Suffice to say, I would like some feedback on this because I'm wondering if it's just me. If you're watching this first, this is not a game review. Go to my main page and check that out. I'll probably post a link to the video right here. And like I said, this is just to discuss particularly ending spoilers. Okay, three main things that I want to touch on because these kind of bothered me. Like I said in my game review, I do think God of War 3 story definitely benefits from a lot greater simplicity and generally does have a great momentum and it does have a good ending. But at the same time, you really got to wonder about a few things. For one, how the fuck is there hope in Pandora's box? How does that work? Hope is the final thing. Okay, that works in the context of the game, perhaps. What happened in God of War 1, then, when you opened Pandora's box and supposedly stole Athena's power, which is hope, apparently? I don't understand that, how she stored some kind of corporeal hope in a box. But then how in God of War 1, like I said, right before you fight Ares, you grow to like 200 feet high to help him. Did you just kind of click your shoes together and say, I think I can, like Thomas the Tank Engine? Like, how does that fucking work? That doesn't make any sense. That kind of messes up the original's plotline. Also, I gotta say, I really didn't feel the need to have any kind of explanation as to why the gods were supposedly bad, that this is somehow seeped in and poisoned their minds. I frankly would have thought it was such simpler story point, just to say that they were corrupt because they had so much power. It made sense to me. I really didn't need any further clarification. The clarification they gave just seemed unnecessary. And I guess all I want to say before that is that I did not really feel Kratos' transition to his whole humanity at the end. I mean, I kind of did. The whole Pandora thing was good, don't get me wrong, but after that, when he goes into his little nightmare sequence, outside of being a cool gameplay bit, I just didn't feel his pain. They still had him be really stoic-faced throughout the entire thing. Maybe honestly, if Kratos had broken down in that sequence, I would have been really fucking affected. Because I've invested a lot into this character. I've been playing this series for a long time, and though it's not the best story, no, I realize that, of course, you really do give a shit what happens because you're a fan of the series and you've been following it for all this time. So I think that could have been a little more obvious. Elsewise, the only thing I really had to complain about was an overly abrupt ending. Did anyone else find that when they're playing at the very end of the game? Kratos says, "My vengeance ends now," and then instead of killing Athena, stabs himself, and you're like, okay, but then it ends almost 20 seconds after that. There's no, like, Kratos dying, there's no, like, oh, hearing his family up in heaven or whatnot. I guess that makes sense because it's not the context, but there was no really redemptive point of it. He's just like, oh, I'm dead, and then it ends. It seemed very odd. It seemed like there should be some kind of epilogue. Oh, that's another thing, it strikes me. I guess that's not the last thing. This whole Athena coming back as a ghost thing. What the fuck? Okay, first off, how did she come back as a ghost in the first place? I could accept it, but they never really even bothered to explain it at the end. She said, oh, I need my power. What do you need your power for? If you can manifest yourself in some kind of physical form whatsoever, then that's amazing, frankly. I killed you in the second game. Anyway, and there really didn't seem any payoff for it either. It just seemed like a plot device to get you back on your feet to start God of War, to start the game. Like, I just don't understand. Why was she even there, and what message does she have to give to humanity? What's left of it, at least. I don't know. I realize this is nitpicking some, but like I said, I do think it's worth discussing at least somewhat, because it is a big game, and I think a lot of people will play this. Otherwise, like I said, really enjoyed the story. Few plot holes bugged me, but overall, the actual feeling when you get with playing it is definitely an experience. Otherwise, I just want to hear what you guys say. What you guys think of this, that is. Have you played through this? Did you think these things were a problem? Do you think I'm just crazy? You think I'm a nutter? I don't know. Put in the comments below. Be courteous, though, else I will delete your comment. Alright, thanks.